Listen, we have weird beefs going on. Nikki and Dez wasn't on my bingo card. Michelle Obama and Stephen A. Smith definitely was not on my bingo card. This started with Michelle and that goddamn podcast. She's saying a lot of things on that podcast. That is very, very interesting. Torin had a good point yesterday in which he said a lot of these Democrats, including her, are running to podcasts because they feel like Democrats have no chance of winning, which I kind of agree. But she said Stephen A. Smith in the sports shows are turning into a soap opera. He took it very, very personally. He also brought up the fact that he took offense to President Obama, Barack Obama, saying that if you don't vote for Kamala, then you are a misogynist. I kind of didn't understand why he took it so personally, but then I realized he has his own political aspirations as well, so it probably reasoning why he leaned into it. But I did find it interesting their back and forth. I wanted to know if y'all seen that, and then how did y'all feel about that? Is this a case of Stephen A. clout chasing? Did Michelle Obama was she a little too harsh on Stephen A.? What did y'all think about that?
Well, Rashad, what do you mean you don't understand why he responded?
Because it wasn't that deep to me. I think, but he does take pride in his shit. But I didn't think it was that deep. But then I was like, oh, this nigga's trying to be the president. Or at least he's insinuating it.
You can't
So it
be
was like
serious.
having this long-standing, this beef, against, the former president's wife. I thought that would be pretty interesting. But I think that Michelle just going on this podcast and saying a lot of shit. We've never seen this from a first lady before, and where she's really just leaning into, I guess, regular life. And it's interesting. I don't necessarily know if I would, like it, if I was Barack, but I thought it was very
But
interesting.
I have a question too.
Oh,
Like,
1 second.
why is Michelle Obama's quotes being misconstrued so much too? Like, she is, because remember, she said what she said as it related to Barack, and clarified that's not what the tonality or the reasoning for it, because it was clipped up and nobody watched the whole podcast. Barack came on and she had to clarify because it went viral. Now I'm just wondering, like, how much of this is misquoted stuff from her podcast and what she actually is trying to do.
I mean, it's a 40-second clip. I don't think you can misquote this. What Michelle Obama?
You can if it's not in context. That's what I'm saying.
If I get on this bitch and say, man, Rashad act like one of them housewives, I'm pretty much calling him a bitch. No offense, Rashad. I'm not.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but I'm pretty much saying he act like a hoe. And that's what she did. And that's why Stephen A. responded.
And we never heard somebody of her stature. She's a very intelligent woman, right? And so I don't think that it's not too many times a nigga can misunderstand what you're saying. You got to start looking in the mirror, right? And so with these quotes, I think somebody sent me one of the quotes in where she said, she's glad she didn't have a son. Right. And then, she said something else that Tracy Ellis Ross was on there. And when she said the age thing, it's just a lot
She didn't say that. Tracy Ellis Ross said that.
True, but
This is why, that's how I know y'all don't be watching podcasts.
No. I know that she didn't say that, but she is serving as a vehicle for a lot of, polarizing things. And this was just another instance in where it's just like, why? Like, what's the purpose? Go ahead, Cortland.
Nah, like I understand definitely why Stephen A. Smith took it personal, right? Because we work in the same industry. Like, you basically insulted everything that we do, right? Like, you like the yelling and the going back and forth with each other. That's sports talk. That's sports entertainment. That's what we do, right? So the fact that you say, oh, he would make a great housewife, right, or a great, Atlanta housewife, and like basically sports television is turning into soap operas, is basically saying like we don't have any integrity, and we're just entertainment, right? Like people worked hard to get to that point, right? Like, you don't just get to TV because you look good and you sound good, right? Like, you had to actually go put some work in the field to go do what he does. That's why he's the leading, man in the business. So like the fact that she insulted him, and he never not one time has insulted that woman in her profession. He never not once called her a poor first lady or a sucky first lady, or said like, oh, you should stick to this, or oh, she would make a great a housemaid, or no, like nothing like that. So the fact that you stooped low enough to like call that man essentially like basically insulted him like
A
in the worst
bitch.
way you can. Yeah, you basically called him a woman, and then on top of that, right, like you insulted his profession, his way that he makes his living. Yes, he deserves to be able to respond to her in the way that he did.
Okay, well, but Cortland. So again, like I said, misappropriating. Did everybody here watch the video?
I did.
Cortland, did you watch the video? Did you hear her say Stephen A. Smith will make a good housewife?
She did not say that.
Okay, the
She
white
likened it to
man in
that.
the room. No. Okay, so again, tone, context, reason, and who actually said it.
But she
She
also
didn't
did not
say that.
refute it.
Hold on one second. Well, we don't know. It was cut off once he said it. We don't know if she refuted it or not. No one watched the whole thing. We're talking at the end of a clip, and it cuts off when the white gay man in the room said Stephen A. Smith would make a great Real Housewife, and it cuts off. So now what we're doing is we're leaning into the propaganda of Michelle Obama comparing him to a Real Housewives of Atlanta. She wasn't even talking about him being a good housewife. She didn't say that. So everything that was just said is misappropriated because have that smoke for the white man. Because what she said it's drama. Cause again, think about it like women. When a woman don't know much about sports, what do? We do the comparison of, oh, this is like when Nene didn't get along with Phaedra. And I know that people don't understand that, but that is exactly how women that are not aware of how that shit go, we try to draw parallels so we understand the reasoning. So when she says Real Housewives of Atlanta is comparable to ESPN, she's talking about they're arguing back and forth. They don't like each other. They do like the threatening of that. She wasn't comparing that man and tried to emasculate him and say he will make a good housewife. She did not say that.
Okay, Johnny, but she also did she did confirm it, and she did in so many
She
ways. No,
confirmed
hold on.
what? How did she do that?
When he said that, she
She didn't say
said
anything. Oh, it cut
she said,
off.
oh, it is social drama. She did. Go watch the rest of the clip.
Okay,
She said it.
social drama, but
So
understand
you
she's
didn't
not.
refute it.
No, okay,
You
but what we're
reaffirmed it.
doing is saying no, that is what you guys are pulling from this and not
How,
understanding.
Johnny?
It's
She said
because
it. It
what
came
it
out of her
is,
mouth.
no, because Cortland, what you just got up here and did is what people do. And it's fair because that's just your assessment, right? People hear something, put words in someone else's mouth and then draw a conclusion of what she meant based off of what someone else said. And then now saying even further what her intentions were. Cause what you just said was she's debasing his profession. She's saying this. She's saying that. No, that's what you're pulling from
And
it
she
because
did
you
say
have
it's like
closeness and
watching Real
proximity.
Housewives of Atlanta.
But,
She
but
did
that's
say
not
that.
debasing it.
That's what
She's
she
talking,
said.
Hold on,
but
wait.
that's
Hold
not
on. One
debasing
second.
it
I
is the
think Stephen
point.
A. Smith is. I think that he probably watched the whole thing. Right. He is obviously he didn't like it.
And he has every right to.
I think that even when you're speaking about a peer-to-peer critique, even though she hasn't been in the media space that long, as long as Stephen A. Smith, she is the former first lady and she is now in media space. Peer-to-peer critique is usually a no-no in any space that you're in, right? And so when I have a clear, it's no debate. This is clear sports. Don't put nothing else, no drama, no housewife. Don't speak on that shit while you speaking about my shit. I think that that is what
Rashad,
he's saying.
please. And that's why I'm saying, y'all, this is just this is what I'm saying, a culture of offense. Niggas want to get mad over anything. And it's fine because y'all,
Johnny,
especially
no.
people want to be mad at Michelle Obama. Niggas want to have a reason to feel away. You want to pull, she's debasing. She's talking about his profession. What she is talking about is like, are we about to sit up here and act like when you're watching this stuff, we're not just saying sports talk. Stephen A. Smith was just on the headlines talking about what happened if him and LeBron were to see each other and putting hands and shit. What are we talking about?
What does that
That is
have
the
to
type of
do?
shit because that is the
So
type of
hold
shit
on.
that used to
No,
happen on
Johnny.
Housewives of Atlanta.
Johnny. So
And y'all
this
don't
is
want to
not.
see
So
that because you want to
Johnny.
find offense.
No. So what you're taking is what he did on a podcast that is completely separate from his ESPN talk show.
Okay,
That's what
and what
she
I'm
was.
telling you, most
Hold on.
women don't know the
So
difference.
hold on.
What
So
I'm
no,
That's
telling
the
but
you is like,
problem.
all right,
no,
Jonay.
that's not the problem.
That's
What it is,
exactly
you
the
have to
problem.
understand context and why people. No one
No,
is saying,
Jonay.
"Oh,
So
on
what
the
you have to
podcast is
do
this and
is, hold on.
ESPN was that."
Y'all
That's
like to make
insane.
people, no, y'all like to make people stupid at the wrong time. That woman not
No,
dumb.
I'm not
She knows,
making
hold
you
on,
stupid.
no, I'm not talking about you. I didn't say you making me stupid.
Oh, okay, you make her okay.
Y'all like to attribute stupidity to people at the wrong time. That
Hmm.
woman is very intelligent. She knew exactly what she said. She said out of her mouth verbatim from watching that clip. She said, watching ESPN is like watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The white
But
man did
okay,
say, hold on,
Don't say that about my shit.
hold on. The white man then reaffirmed her and said he would make a great housewife, right? And then she reaffirmed that by saying what she said. It is like watching social drama. So you did reaffirm
so
everything.
do you guys not feel that on ESPN, now again, if we want to be obtuse and act like she's pulling it and doing this debasing of a situation as if there is not real life people was Stephen A. Smith not on his shit, regardless if it's ESPN or his podcast? Threatening people, talking about he's gonna put hands on people, talking about the LeBron situation. Like,
No, Jonah, that is what
you're
we
not
do
I
in
think
used
the
I
to.
bit.
think I
That's
think
what
that
we
What
do in
I
the
niggas.
know you
business.
know the difference. Okay, but Cortland, what?
No. Okay,
Hold on,
wait,
hold
but
on, one
hold
second,
on.
one second.
Hold
I
on. No,
think
no, no,
niggas
no,
know
no,
the
no, no,
difference,
no,
but
no.
let's get the
So
persona.
it's very
No, wait,
disingenuous.
Hold on, wait. Let's
Rashad,
get the personified. He has another name, but we ain't gonna call it. What's the word, fam?
who is this?
I don't know what another name is. How's everyone doing this
I don't
All good.
afternoon?
recognize this voice.
I understand
Oh.
who this is.
So,
Yes.
so
Hello.
bear with me because I might not have heard everything before I came up, but I think I have an idea of what's going on based on what Jonet just laid out. And niggas don't like it. Don't cut me off. Let me get my shit off real quick. Niggas not gonna like it because it's Jonet saying it, and Jonet's a female, and Michelle Obama said it, and they don't want to hear a female said it. But sports has turned into real life, love and hip hop, housewives type shit. And I'm gonna tell you who's at fault for it. The players of certain leagues are at fault. The media is at fault because they began to feature the voices in the media as opposed to focusing on the sport. Sport is no longer about the honor and respect you get from the competition and the journey to being the champion. Now we know who these niggas is fucking. They fucking the strippers. The strippers are hitting them for licks and shit like that. Niggas walk in on a runway with a purse on. It's always the drama that media creates about who's getting traded here, who's doing what. And Rashad, you were even mistaken when you said peer-to-peer critique isn't allowed or is looked down upon. That's not true. In today's content world, we got content creators in sport and outside of sport who literally get popping because of beefs between back and forth. Niggas have built whole platforms on sitting up and reporting on what another nigga is doing with his job, being that his job is on camera. It might be in sports, it might be in entertainment or whatever. So see, niggas don't let this shit get out of control and nobody wants to hear it. And there can be no pushback for the fellas because I'm a sports fanatic since the motherfucking early 80s. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas don't want to hear it because a woman is saying it. Michelle Obama was 110% correct, but niggas is mad because it's Michelle Obama saying it. That's the problem. But niggas don't let this shit get out of control. Just like Janae said, we was just talking about Stephen A versus LeBron type shit. We just last week. And still in the headlines, the Shannon Sharp situation on how he done got bopped over the head by the hoe.
But I think that there's a difference. One, ESPN, there is a difference, right? I think headlines
Only difference is they're a
sells
major
a product.
corporation with shareholders. But they're pushing the
Headlines
bullshit
sells
It's
a
too.
still
product.
exactly, and it's still Stephen A. Smith saying it. So what are
Correct.
we talking about?
They're pushing the bullshit too. See, I remember when Stephen A first started in this game and before he even got fired the first time. I remember Chris Berman. I remember before Stuart Scott even came around. I said in high school I used to write letters to ESPN because they had a show called High School Scholastics to have them come interview my high school because we was on a run and we had a basketball dynasty as far as high school basketball dynasties are concerned. So I watched the evolution of the game and what it's become. All this shit is out of control, but niggas don't want to hear because it's a woman saying it and she's comparing it to other women who we're supposed to look down upon as, well, this is smut. This ain't shit. This is for the ratchets, or this is low IQ or whatever. Sports has become the same thing.
Hold on,
Like,
hold
and
on. I
hold on,
did.
and I'm even give you guys a little insight. This is why the NBA is done with niggas. This is why Luca is the new face of the league and shit, and they're going away from that bullshit. It's over for the American nigga in the NBA. It's gonna be a
I
different
think I
game.
think that I think that then we're
What
gonna
is he
go to
talking
Kenya.
about?
I think that there is a level of Stephen A is accomplished with awards, education. He's been doing this a long time. Comparing my shit to the degeneracy that we see on these reality shows, I think, see, y'all making me go on the other side. Don't compare
Housewives
my
ain't
shit to
degeneracy. That's
degeneracy.
what and that is
Shannon
exactly,
Sharp
hold
not a
on,
Don't
hold
fucking
on,
compare
hold
my
on.
19
shit to
year old
degeneracy,
whore
Parteen,
man.
hold
I
on a
that
done worked
went
second.
hard for
war
this shit,
is
man.
not
Parteen, hold on one
degeneracy.
second. But hold,
Hold on,
hold,
wait, no,
let's,
let's
hold,
get to Kenya real quick, real quick.
Gilbert Arenas
okay, can I just say this
isn't
one
a
short thing? I
degeneracy.
won't be long. I won't be long at all. I won't yap. But the fact that you just said that Housewives is just degenerate is exactly why y'all are catching offense and you don't know what you're talking about.
Yep,
Housewives is not one of the degenerate real reality TV shows. That's Love and
yep.
Hip Hop. Housewives be sitting there are rich women that are being put up. And there's no degeneracy. They're yapping, they're arguing. But when the housewives start getting physical, that does become like, oh, no, 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 we don't do that over here. What are you talking
Man, they
about?
do degenerate
I
shit
ain't gonna
Go
too.
lie,
go
I
ahead,
y'all.
Kenya. Hold on,
disagree.
wait,
Hold
wait,
on.
wait.
I
Okay, so if y'all
disagree
watching
If
it, then
it
y'all
because
was
tell me
all
who y'all favorite
housewives talking
character
about
since
how
y'all know
fat
so much.
motherfucking
I
pussy
disagree
Janae,
because
how is
all
that
So,
this
not
okay,
shit is
Hold
so
on, one
degeneracy.
mic,
that
one
wasn't
mic.
Housewives. That was Basketball Wives. It's
All
not
this
Housewives.
shit
basketball
That's
is
the
wives,
same thing.
degeneracy. The
housewives,
No, it
sports
is
everybody
not.
watch?
included.
Since y'all niggas know, y'all tell me then.
It's
The
One
Who
mic,
y'all
sports
one mic.
favorite?
Let
included.
Kenya go. Let
Okay, so
Kenya
let us
go.
Everybody
tell you
watch.
something. Y'all don't know everything.
Go ahead, Kenya.
Oh my God. Okay. Um, I just want to say in defense of my good sis Michelle, I remember I don't know what year it was when Trump was running his campaign or he was getting elected. I don't even know if this is the first or the second time, probably the second time, but that was the most politically involved or politically like aware I had ever been. Do I want to tell you I was watching every single news network clip that came out within that year. Like I was so invested because you know why? Because I literally said to myself, this shit is like Love
It's
and Hip
nigga
Hop.
shit.
I said this shit is like Love and Hip Hop, bitch. They on
It's
the
love
news
and hip hop.
network subbing each other, dogging each other out, calling each other names, bitch. They started cussing.
Correct.
Like it got really, really
See,
gutter.
motherfuckers
And
ain't
I was like, oh
recognizing
my God, this is so
this is
Hold on, wait.
entertaining.
every
For
avenue of
Southside, let her land.
content
Politics
now. This is
Let her
every
land. For
politics
avenue of
Southside.
content now.
politics has finally gotten fun. Like I was so
Yep.
invested, bitch. Like everybody was speaking their mind for real. And you know, I think that obviously
You
as
do not hear yourself.
the ex first lady, no, this is just human nature. And I don't know what you're talking about. You're being fake as fuck. At the end of the day, she's just calling it how she sees
I
it.
might be fake as
We
Yeah.
fuck.
have
I might
already in
be.
all media forms, in all forms of media, whether that be news, sports, entertainment, reality TV, whatever it is, bitch, like everything has shifted, okay, towards being less structured, being less polite, being less politically correct, being less
Yeah.
woo. Everything is trending that way. So if she's saying that even on the sports networks, okay, it's looking like Housewives, yes, she's calling out the fact that she's seeing cattiness, she's seeing pettiness, she's seeing subbing, she's seeing messiness happening amongst the men, even
Yep.
discussing sports. And I think everybody can take a step back and say, yes, that is what's happening, but that's just indicative of the culture as a whole. I don't think it's like super
Society as
indicative
a
of Stephen
whole.
A. Smith.
Society as a whole. And guess what? There's a reason why she done came down off her pedestal, rolled up her sleeves, and got in here with the rest of the crabs in the barrel, and now she's throwing bolos. That's only gonna be her first statement that offends you niggas and gets under your skin. It's more coming.
No, it's offensive.
Go ahead, Cortland, and then we got Heat and
Yeah, I'm
Amorous.
gonna keep it a bean, bro. Like, I mean, this shit is offensive because you compared me to some shit that don't have no fucking basis. You compare me to some motherfuckers who famous for fucking like for cussing each other out and doing dumb shit and putting each other's business out on Jump
That ain't
Street
what
for
just
people
happened
to
with
see.
Shannon Sharp.
Can you
That's not
please,
just what
brother?
happened with
Listen,
LeBron
hey,
and
brother.
Hold on,
Stephen
wait.
A.
I don't
Let
want
him
to.
land. Personified. Let him land.
I don't want to disrespect you, brother. Just you say
That's
some
not just
bullshit.
what happened with Stephen A. and LeBron.
But no, because Stephen A. made a comment. LeBron James confronted him, and yes, there's cameras around. Like they're two high A-list figures, right? So
So
like
they
yes, they're
wasn't
gonna have
getting at
cameras
each
around.
other like two niggas
They
do on the
wasn't.
street.
Hey, brother, however you feel, you're right.
We all
So
seen it, my nigga.
hey man, hey
Let him land
brother,
his point, though.
you right,
Let him
brother.
land his point. Go ahead, Courtland. Go
Them
to
your
your initial
personal
point.
feelings. Anyway, when you start talking about ESPN, right? You start talking about CBS. We all know, and 10, I'm pretty sure Rick or whoever else has been in the barbershop can tell you how sports talk has been. Sports talk has been this way. Since Personify want to bring up the past, let's bring up the past. Cold pizza, around the horn, PTI. It's all debate culture. It's all sports debate. That's what they do. We sling mud at
What
each other's
Skip Bayless
points.
brought to the
We
game,
hold on. We
and what I'm
sling.
saying the game is
God
evolved
damn. Hey, brother,
into.
you got it. I'm sorry,
That's
Chuck. You
every
got it.
format
Person,
now. You're only giving me the history.
let him land his point. Then we gonna go
We
and talk
sling
about it. Let
mud.
him land it first.
We sling mud at each other's points. We debase each other's points. Behind the scenes, we don't hate each other. Behind the scenes, we cool. Everybody in the fucking journalism is one of the most close knit. So we don't hate each other. It has nothing to do with that. Like, bro,
You
like
just
it's
turn up for the cameras, though. You think the women hate
yes,
each
that's
other?
it's
And the
called
women don't
sports.
hate each
You
other
think
It's
the women
called
either.
hate each
sport. I
So
other,
didn't
or
we
they
say
already
turning
don't
that.
up
know
for
what
the
he's
See,
cameras
talking
too?
about.
so see what you just did
Everybody's turning
was
up
what
for the
we just
cameras,
got
my
blamed
nigga.
for doing. What you
I
just did was what we got blamed for doing.
I think that the the debate culture in sports has been going on forever because at the end of the day, sports is competitive. So
No, it
you're gonna
hasn't.
have somebody who
Skip
says
Bayless
this is
brought
better
that to
versus
the
this is
game.
better. Niggas
Skip
have an
Bayless brought that
emotional
to the
back
game.
and forth, an
No, Skip
emotional
Bayless
Why
didn't.
banter
are
in
you
sports.
Barbershop,
Is
minimizing?
this
Yo,
nigga gonna
barbershop
this is
boss.
such
shut
an
up?
insane
God
conversation,
damn.
Bro,
Rashad.
he's so
We
bro,
why are
speaking out of
y'all
turn.
minimizing what's happening though, Rashad? Like
Because it's
Be-
why are
men.
you
because they
Because it's
minimizing what
men.
they equated
we're
with
not
being
Because
talking
it's
called
about
men.
feminine.
heated debate. Like this is so
Because it's
They
crazy.
men.
Jonay, they equated
Because
with
Jordan, if
being
this
called
woman,
feminine.
child, they so fake.
Like it's so
They so
phony
fake.
right now.
They
We're not
equated with
talking
they
being
so
about
fake.
called
heated.
feminine.
Heated sports debate. You think that's what she's talking about? She's talking about Stephen A. Smith
Yes, she
talking
said
about,
when I watch
she said Stephen A. Smith talk, he's going to put hands on Jason Whitlock. What are you talking about?
some niggas need to get fucked up.
Everybody in the
Yeah,
industry
all
wants to put
right, all
hands
right.
on
Rashad,
Y'all,
that
Jason
y'all
didn't help
got
your
Whitlock.
it.
point.
Y'all
Rashad,
got
that
it.
didn't
Y'all
help your
got
point.
it. Y'all got it. Cause y'all are
But hold
literally,
on,
and
I'm gonna
Cortland,
keep it. Hold on,
that makes
no,
me sad,
Johnny,
Cortland, cause I feel like
I'm
you
gonna keep
get
it
the
a
point of
bean.
what we mean
No,
though.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Go look at what Jason Whitlock said that he was going to do to Stephen A. Smith before
I
Stephen A.
know,
Smith
Cortland,
retired. Like
you're highlighting
so,
my
You just
point.
keep calling out what we're
you
saying
keep
is the
no,
issue
y'all keep taking
and
these
what makes it
isolated
the
incidents
same.
and trying to put it on the entire industry.
No,
All right,
we're
hold on, wait. Let's go to
not.
he nameless. He
She's
had
not
his
even
hand
talking
up. I
about the
know
whole
his arm
industry. She
tied.
said Stephen A. Smith.
You're taking it personal, bro.
Hold
You're
on, wait. Let's go to he
personalizing
nameless.
it.
His
And
arm
this
tied real
isn't an
quick.
attack on
Hold on, wait. Let's go to he nameless. His hand up. Go ahead, fam. What's the word?
What's good, y'all? I mean, I just think that we need to identify there is a lot of nuance in this conversation. As you know, as somebody who watch First Take every day, yes, it is several isolated incidents that only happen with these 5-star, $100 million, $500 million people like Shannon, like LeBron, like Ja, like Zion. You know what I mean? Only in them isolated situations do, let's just say, the sports media space can get a little messy. But if anybody knows Stephen A, y'all know Stephen A can get a little sassy, or he gonna address something, whether it's on his platform, whether it's on the podcast. Like before Stephen A had his podcast, a lot of these issues he was addressing on First Take, but it wouldn't take up the block of the segment, which is always gonna be sports. I think that what Jonay has been saying, like, let's just take this into consideration for a minute. If that gay man on that platform wouldn't have mentioned Stephen A's name and they just had and spoke on a broad umbrella of ESPN and said, "Oh, this shit like some housewife shit," yeah, that is the debate culture, but that's not solely what the show is based on. And I'm gonna offer personified a little pushback, bro, because you saying that just because Jonay saying that niggas not gonna receive it, but it's women on First Take too that debate too, bro, and they take on the cultural topics that we all
I'm not
know
saying
and
women
hear
aren't
and
involved
seeing
with it.
that.
They're
Like,
with the bullshit too. Everybody's with the
they
bullshit.
are with the bullshit, but understand first that when you bring in ESPN, the flagship, Stephen A. name gonna be attached to it. But had his name not being attached to it in this situation with Michelle Obama being the main voice for this, like it wouldn't be what we had, like this discourse that y'all
She
having.
did that because the Democrats got to get Stephen A. out the paint. They got to start chipping away at the bullshit he's doing. There's
But
another
see, now you
play going
bringing in
on up there that's
politics
a
and you
whole
What
nother
the
making it have
fuck?
nothing to do
conversation.
with
What
you
the
bringing in
fuck does
politics now
Stephen
and it
A.
didn't have
do to
nothing
the
to do with the
Democrats?
conversation.
No,
You haven't been
I
watching
do,
Stephen A.
I
as
do
of late?
find out what he says is kind of true. I do find that what he
It's
said,
a whole
but
other
also I
conversation
think
though,
that
Rashard. I don't want to have it because everybody ain't ready for it.
I think what Personified just said has a little merit, but also I think that we are missing the fact that this is Michelle fucking Obama. And so if you saying anything negative, or can be perceived as negative, because I think that her saying that, we not slow. Her saying that wasn't like, he's great, he's amazing, this
She
show is
didn't
awesome.
say
This
him.
was
It's
saying that
nothing
this is
new under
Like,
the
why
bullshit.
do
sun.
you keep saying that? And that is why I know y'all don't know how to do critical thinking. The woman didn't say it. The gay man did. So can we go back to what that's why I'm trying to disassociate what y'all keep putting on Michelle, what the gay man said, and I'm saying what she said, and there is validity, and that is what's being argued with y'all. Why do y'all keep going back to, and she said it and it was
No,
negative?
she
No,
said it
Can
and
I
somebody
then
say
she
point.
doubled
something real
down.
quick? I
No,
think motherfuckers is
that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, it is Michelle Obama. And I think the conversation she's saying is, hey, and you also have to understand context from the speaker. Women, we don't see, you said it. And that's why you're arguing the point. That's probably why Cortland is also arguing the point, and that's fair, but it don't mean it's true. Y'all see housewives specifically, because you got 10 up here comparing housewives to basketball wives, and it's not even nowhere near the same. So it's like everybody has their POV
And a
on what
bunch of women
reality
arguing.
TV is. Well, again, it's not the same thing, and those that are fans of these shows know the differences. So if she's saying, oh, I'm comparing to Housewives of Atlanta, yeah, you'll have small instances, which I clarified because I didn't want to say it wasn't no degeneracy, there is. But when you're talking about housewives, they sit around tables, they have meals, these are rich women, they go to these nice places, and then they have like petty, catty drama. Y'all mean to tell me petty, catty drama is not happening on ESPN?
it
Stop.
is.
No, what
Okay,
we're
that's the
saying is
point.
just like we don't know what the fuck the
Okay,
differentiation
so give
between
her
basketball
grace.
wives and housewives, she don't know about sports.
Clearly. And
So
you just, and
somebody
you,
got to
okay,
shut the
no,
fuck up. And
no,
she the
y'all need
one
to
who
shut the
said
fuck
it.
up and understand that she's a woman. She may not know exactly. She may have misplaced what she just said because she ain't watching it like y'all.
Michelle don't give a fuck. She's rolling up her
Y'all the ones
sleeves and
sitting there
she's
trying to
getting
say what
down
she
in the barrel
meant.
with the crabs.
Y'all,
She's
y'all want
here
women,
said
y'all
now.
what
want
she
women to
meant.
mind their business
She
any other
What
said what
the
she
time.
fuck
meant.
does
Like,
Michelle
stop
being in
it.
the crab barrel mean?
She
Because
said what
she's
she
here.
meant.
She's shooting. That was the
She's
shot.
shooting what?
She let the gay nigga get her shit off standing next to the black woman, and she knows how that shit fucks with you niggas. I'm shooting. I'm getting my weight
What?
up. I'm in this
I'm
game.
crying.
What?
I'm in this game now.
Oh,
It's
that's
What
gaslighting like a
ESPN.
game?
motherfucker.
What game?
No, the media.
Oh, okay, because I was confused. Sorry.
Y'all ain't seeing the big play. See, I'm trying to. I'm trying not to have a conversation that it
Well, this is
needs to
a
be had.
production, sir. We gonna
But
have a
Michelle's
conversation.
here for the bullshit, and that was just one instance you're gonna see for the next while up until the next election and maybe
Listen,
beyond.
let me tell you something.
But
All I know is
why?
this. This is all I know.
She
One
let
thing
the
I
gay
know about
nigga get his
people,
shit off at you
Rashad,
niggas.
Hold on.
Rashad, let me
Go
tell you
ahead,
something.
Jonay.
You know one thing I know about people, Rashad? All you gotta do is give them one opportunity for them to misconstrue something they think you saying, and they gonna tell you the truth that they've always felt about you. That's exactly what the tea is. Stephen A. Smith Ben felt what he felt about Michelle. She said one little thing out of turn that he may have taken offense to without proper context from her exact words, and he wanted to get off what he been feeling.
But
You
he
know
didn't
that's
hide
how
it.
it
Stephen
is.
A. been saying that shit. He
All
said he didn't
right.
like what
Well, all
Obama
right.
Stephen
said.
All
A. has
right.
turned
Right.
heel on the
Exactly.
Democrats, and he's been playing agitator to the Democrats for a while now, ever since the election got lost and leading up to the loss of the election. So Stephen A. been playing the agitator. Them
The
shooting at
Democrats
Stephen
care
A.
about
was
Stephen A.
purposeful.
How is he
The
misconstruing what
Democrats
she
care
said
that
when
much
it
about
came out of
Stephen
her
A.
mouth?
Smith?
What Stephen A. has been talking about, he's been playing with running for president. So that's why I thought
He's been
that
playing
it was
agitator. Am I right,
Ain't
Rashad?
nobody vote for
yeah,
that nigga.
yeah.
Just like we ain't vote for Kanye, man. Please.
True, but I think that this is when I seen it, I was like, why would he respond early on, right? But then I thought this might be a political play to get his name in the political sphere
It's got a
of
few
him
levels. They're
beefing with
battling
Michelle
for
Obama.
space in the nigga nation's
Hmm.
minds.
Well, Rashad,
Michelle Obama
can you
has
look at the
came down off
comment
the
Oh, he
image,
done
pedestal,
put his
Omar?
kufi
rolled
on.
up
Let
his
me put
sleeve,
mine on.
and
Okay,
said, I'm
I got
getting
my
down
Nah,
in
kufi.
the muck with
I'm
you crab
unfolding it.
niggas.
if we, hey, bro, like if we gonna call it,
Hold on, wait, let me read what Av
Because
said.
I'm not pulling this out my ass.
This
This
better
is
not be no
exactly what the
bullshit,
men are
Av.
saying. The men are saying this now.
Av said, listen, what y'all are forgetting is ESPN has went away from journalistic commentators and
Correct.
have hired commentators that have more personality and colorful, which leans more to reality TV drama
Correct.
comparisons.
Literally. It's very basic.
And niggas
do
don't want to
y'all,
accept
so
it
do
because
y'all go and
Michelle
look
Obama
at,
let the gay nigga get his shit
That's a
off
do y'all,
lie.
sitting
hold on,
next to
do
the
y'all
Hold
black
on,
go and
wait,
look
woman.
at
that's
their
a lie.
credentials? Do y'all go and look at their credentials when y'all, like,
Oh
y'all just be
my
saying
Hold on,
shit,
hold
God.
on,
bro.
hold on. A lot of these niggas, right? Then we gonna get to the next one. But a lot of these niggas played sports. So when y'all keep talking about Shannon Sharp,
What
he
does that have
played. Like
to
a
do
lot
Do
of
you
these
with
know
niggas
this
that sports
athlete,
anything?
nigga?
networks.
What are we, like, where are you? All right, Rashad. Okay. No problem. So for example, Emmanuel, what's the African man? Emmanuel Ocho, whatever it is that everybody
Former
Rage,
hates.
football
rage
player.
baiter
Former
He
football
extraordinaire.
Okay.
played.
player.
Okay. Can you let me finish? I don't need correction before you hear what I'm about to say. Emmanuel Ocho, whatever he did before he became a commentator, is he just leaning specifically only into sports comparison? No, he be getting in trouble water because he get online and be talking that shit and says things that are
He's a rage baiter, Jonah.
polarizing. And exactly. So, and that's why I'm feeling like, am I being punked? Am I being
What does that
gaslit?
have to
Because
do
we
with his
do know that
television programming?
because what you're not understanding, Cortland, is
You
the
keep trying
things
to do
that
the class
sell
thing, and
right
that ain't
now,
what the
Cortland.
game is no
But
more, my
Cortland, and
nigga.
this is the thing, you see this from a, purist perspective, right? And I think that's fair, and that's why you are leaning into the direction of this conversation that you're in, and I respect that. But what I think is not happening is what Nameless said. The nuance of when you're talking about ESPN, which is Disney, and you're talking about people that want to get more money and they know reality TV, drama, sensationalism, all of those things. Yes, they have to still talk about sports, but they're going to add some Tonys on that bitch. And the Tonys that we're talking about is the things that sell, which is reality TV / drama, which is in the same family as Kardashians, Real Housewives, all of that shit. So that's essentially that's what's being said. Like, why is that so hard to understand? And no one is trying to debase and say that they're not good at their jobs. It's just, oh wow, this is a
Cause
little
nigga, I'm
spicy.
gonna tell you why, Jonah. Niggas is triggered because she let the gay nigga respectfully sit next to the black queen, black royalty, and get his shit off.
That
And
has
niggas,
nothing
that
to,
image
what is
right
he
there,
even
it
talking
fucks with
about,
niggas, number
bro?
one. And then they niggas feel like niggas is being called, feminine, this is Zeus networks. Just mentally, they're gonna take it to the extreme. And
He
she
said it.
purposely
He
did it, I think.
reaffirmed it. Has nothing to
And I'm
do
not mad at
with
it
him
because the
being
game
gay.
is the game. Now,
Yeah,
homeboy keeps trying to do the class and prestigious, Walter Cronkite, Howard Cosell type thing. Cool, I get that. The game is not that no more. Man, when Jim Everett jumped up on Roy Firestone for agitating him on TV, on live TV, the writing was on the wall where it was going. I was outside when James Worthy got caught buying pussy at the motherfucking NBA Finals.
I think
It's
that
over for that prestigious shit. Niggas need they weight up. Niggas need these
So
ratings. It's content over
because
everything in the guidelines of a
it's
sports
over for
framework.
journalism because they did their job and exposed the news.
Yeah, well, respectfully,
You see how stupid that sounds?
when you get to the top doing the classy journalism thing and the prestigious thing, holler back at us and
No
hold a
one's
space so
ever
we can
gotten
come
to the
clap it
top.
up for you.
I do my
all right, hold
job
on.
I'd
though.
love to see that.
I do
Hold
my
on
job
to wrap
though.
this one up. I think that there
I'm not saying you
in
don't, pimp.
everything. Hold on, in everything, I think that headlines, storylines are something that sells any product, right?
Always has.
Especially sports. I think that it gets kind of murky when there are people like a Stephen A, like I said, who has a distinguished background in journalism, in producing and production, as far as this First Take, he always talk about how much it's been number ones, and then to compare it to something that's not even in the field. I don't think that Michelle Obama said it's compared to Housewives as something endearing. I think that there was a level of negative in what she was saying, and I think he might have picked up on it, and he was offended, and I would be offended as well, because don't compare my shit to anything negative. You could have said it was
She was
goddamn
shooting,
60
Rashard.
minutes.
She was
Like, she didn't
shooting.
say it was 60 minutes. She didn't say it was motherfucking one of these top tier journalistic shows that we hold in high regard. She said it was motherfucking
Rashad,
Yeah,
Housewives.
if she
And
get
would
I
have
think
said, hold
that
low,
on,
that's
nigga.
Rashad, here's the
I'm
thing. If she
here.
would have
I
said,
see what
Rashad,
you've been doing.
if she would
Pow,
have
pow.
said,
That's just a warning shot.
if she
I'm
would have
getting
said it's
at you,
leaning,
nigga.
if she would have said it's leaning more towards Fox News, right? Which we know Fox News has leaned more towards deep, like baseless accusations, right? Like mudslinging, things of that
Ah.
nature.
Is
I could have been
leaning more
like,
to Fox News.
I
Come
could,
on,
I could have been
Courtland.
like, all right, cool, because it does lean towards that, right? In the
Man,
journalism
all
aspect,
the
it does lean to
mainstream
that.
news does, pimp.
Hey, bro, I can't deal with this ignorant ass nigga, bro.
He'll
Listen,
talk about it like it's a
I get
rap
what you're
beef.
saying, Cortland. I think Cortland, you work in the field, and so you take the same level of
And that's
offense
fair,
as a
but
Stephen A.
that's, yeah.
And that's fair. I do think that there is nuance in the conversation, but I am on your side for the most part, and where don't compare my shit to no weird ass shit like that. But moving on to the next topic, man. I
Say
wanted
it,
to get
Rashard. You won't say it. Don't let the gay nigga sit next to you, Black Queen, and shoot at us like that.
hold on, hold on, hold
100.
on. We
Okay,
we
I'm on
gonna
his
go.
side
That
now.
is true. We gonna go to the next one.